What's up, people? I am back for another video. This is a video that, because I've just been, to be honest, this is almost months or a year in the making because I've been seeing this shit a lot. Like, really, the last, maybe few years, but definitely, the last year. Well, not just Hollywood, I would say entertainment in general has this weird fascination now because I guess, and it's obvious for obvious reasons because it's trendy and they want to get their virtue points. They're making everything gay, and I understand you could say, "Oh, this is conspiracy," but it's getting laughable now. Like DC today, they announced oh, or at least hinted. I don't know if they fully announced it or they hinted that Hal Jordan is pansexual. It's like, no, he's not. He is straight. It's getting it's big in the comics, but it's getting everywhere now. I don't understand it because once again, I don't have a problem with gay people. Do what the fuck you want, but it's just, honestly, if anything, it's not. They think they're doing it for gay people, but it's always this I've always said this with this whole woke shit. It's never for the quote unquote group because all you're getting is scraps. Specifically with the comics, they've made Vixen, I don't think was either bi or whatever. Connor, who's fucking Green Arrow's son, they can't have him come out as asexual, which is literally pointless. It just, asexual literally means you just don't have sex. Why? But I know why. It's for virtue points, and it's because it's trendy now. Because I guess LGBT specifically is in right now. So Hollywood and all these in this industries are just putting this shit into it. And it's so stupid because specifically with comics, gay characters always have existed. North Star is one I mentioned. Yeah, he's not a major name, but now let's just take a character who, let's be honest, was straight, and we're just gonna, and it just, and they're the ones who always say oh, being gay isn't a choice, but they're the ones who write these characters, oh, they're gay 30 years. It doesn't work that way. It's so dumb because it's not for any real reason besides oh, we're doing stuff for pride, and it's only just to make themselves look good. Because they're the in-group right now to prop up. I mean, they did this with black people. They did this with women. These quote-unquote, I hate this word, but marginalized people. They're just throwing us around in a blender and be like, oh, we're going to just take these characters. And it's dumb because instead of giving gay people or LGBT people original characters, you're just going to give them scraps. And it's only done just to get a fucking headline. And that's the worst part of it. It's just to get a fucking headline on some, I guess, bullshit news site. I guess Washington Post or something. It's to make them feel like they end up in these same studios, like DC or specifically Warner Brothers. They'll have a movie, banned in China or in some Middle Eastern country because, countries where actually gays are affected because they have that, but they work with those same countries. It's backwards. It's so dumb because instead of giving, I'm even going to say specifically gay people, because I think in general, great characters, I've said this ad nauseum, great characters humans deserve great characters all around. And if you just make a great character, you're just going to add to the catalog. So it doesn't matter if they're gay, straight, or whatever. But Hollywood, it's just an entertainment industry in general. It's just, they're insisting on this shit because it's the in thing right now. And it's just about headlines. And it's so sad because all at the end of the day, you're doing this at the detriment. DC Comics specifically is a joke, dude. The characters aren't even characters anymore. They're just a fucking propaganda machine. And we're just gonna throw the trans flag or the gay flag on there. And they're not even a character anymore. I've always said, most people don't, gay people People that don't even care because those characters are. That's why, like, you notice they always do though. This character's gay, but it never sells well because they don't care about this shit. It's when you make a successful character, no matter the gender, no matter the sex or sexuality or whatever, that's what's gonna fucking leave a fucking stamp, you know? Not fucking, oh, this person is gay because. And then the fucked up thing is, they're not even gonna, they just mention it and then it just never gets mentioned again. It's just about the goddamn headline. They wanna, and it's so stupid because like, the headline doesn't do anything for you in the long term. It's not like it promotes sales because they made like Jonathan Kent, Superman's son, in the newer comics. I think they made him bisexual, and that comic didn't even sell at all. Didn't even sell well. It's like, well, what was the point? I mean, I know what the point was. You just wanted virtue points, but in the long run, what was the point? Because it's not like it led to sales. It didn't at all. So it's so stupid. It's just about just going for the headline, but you're not getting anything out of it because in the long run, it's not gonna sell dollars. And the reason I'm like mainly focusing on the comic game because that's where this shit is, but it is getting to a point where it's gonna get to the movies eventually. But then the irony is most of those movies, like let's say if it's Marvel, they try to do this. Oh, this character's they're not gonna be able to sell that movie in like the Middle East or China because they're not gonna put up with that. It's the fucking irony of it. But then they'll sell that movie to China or to fucking make any Middle Eastern country, and they're not gonna ban it. So it's like they're not really for it because they don't stand up to these countries. But then they'll throw it in our face. Oh, we'll make this character gay, but it doesn't do anything for the long run because it doesn't lead to sales. It's just gonna lead to people leaving DC. Like, there's a reason more people read manga now than fucking regular comics, and it's sad because as a kid, when I was a kid growing up, I did read comics, and there were gay characters. They existed, but the thing was, they were treated like regular characters. But but the other problem is they retroactively now make, this character's always been gay. Even though it's never mentioned when they were first written. And then, you'll get the excuses, well, it wasn't no. If they were never written that way, then they weren't written that way. It should be that. Like, if you're gonna, it's like, okay. I agree with you. I don't necessarily think it's an argument, but being gay isn't a choice. It's biological. Okay. Then you gotta mention that the character's gay or whatever from the fucking beginning. Because when you retroactively do it, it's just gonna always come off as virtue signaling. It's never gonna come off you did it for genuine reasons. No, it's just gonna be honest. It isn't. And there's not gonna be a way you could sell it that way because it's retroactively you did it. You didn't intend to do it. You just did it because you thought it would give you some more hits on Twitter and some more likes. But I think this is going to be another video, but it'll be a separate video. This, search for virtue signaling / attention, where it's just about getting, virtue points and then that's it. It doesn't matter if it actually leads to anything that matters. Like, at least in this case, it's not going to lead to anything like sales, or a character that's going to be successful in the long run. Nope. Because if that's all you're writing is identity, then you're going to be stuck with identity. And that's how you get shitty characters. And it sucks because I think everybody, but if you're specifically making characters for the LGBT community, why can't you give them good characters? I mean, I say this about black characters. I've said this about black characters all the fucking time. Why can't we get good characters? It has to be this virtue shit. Same with women. Why are quote unquote are these groups they like to say are marginalized? Why do you give them basically the shit? You can't give them genuinely good characters. And it's sad, Because, some of the greatest icons and granted music's a different industry, but the obvious one is Freddie Mercury, but you got Rob Halford from Judas Priest. They're some of the most beloved people in music, and no one gives a fuck. I don't know if that's what DC think they're doing it for, because they're trying to battle against quote unquote homophobes, but no, you're not. Most normal people are not homophobic. They're just, most people just are either different or just live their life. They're not worrying about that shit. But I think that's why it's almost like they do this shit because they're intentionally trying to piss people off because they think, oh, we're pissing off the homophobes. So that's why they turn this character gay or this character bi or this whatever, because it's just to piss off people. And when they quote unquote homophobes, it's just regular people who are just like, why are you doing this shit? Why can't you just make original characters? Why can't you just, why? It's so sad. It's sad. I just have to repeat that because it's like, there was a point we could just write fun characters, but you can't anymore because it's about identity. Now I guess LGBT is in right now, and that's the current trend. So we got to make everybody that. And when you do that, it doesn't do anything that will leave anything positive. It'll just be done for attention. And also, let me be honest, this is going to sound kind of fucked up, but this is a true point. You make it to where it's almost like you're making it seem like it's gay people and LGBT people who want this. When reality, it's not them who are calling for this. Maybe there are some weirdos out there, but to be honest with you, most regular people of that side aren't calling for this. It's the same thing with like most black people aren't calling for race swaps. It's mostly just, but it's these, I'm gonna just call out by name, white liberals who think they're trying to just get virtue points, and they're just gonna be on the backs of whatever group. Now it's LGBT. So I just had to call that and put that out there because it's disappointing. Because I mean, a company like DC was a company I grew up with, since childhood. Like that was like a company since childhood. And now it's literally all, I mean, not and Marvel 2 and Marvel 2, just are all shit just for this. So I had to make a video talking about this topic. Something I've noticed the last, I would maybe say 2-3 years. Put some attention to it, so. But, yeah, guys. So, tomorrow, I'll be doing 2 videos. I'll be reviewing Tremors 3, and then Tremors 4. And then Wednesday, Expendables. Thursday, we're going to be doing, I'm going to review, since the Evil Dead game is next week, and I've already finished the Evil Dead franchise, I'm going to review Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'm not going to review every episode. I'm just probably going to break it down by like the overall seasons. So yeah, I'll be doing that on Thursday, and then Friday, Wayne's World. So that's my schedule this week. But I just wanted to talk about this. I thought this would be an interesting discussion. It's something I've been noticing in the pop culture sphere for like the last few years, and it's just something that needs to be called out. Because they're not doing it for real reasons. They're not doing it because they champion gay people or LGBT. They're just doing it to get virtue points, and it just needs to be called out. I'm happy there are people who are calling it out, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. But other than that, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck LeBron. Fuck Seth Rogen. Fuck Juicy Smollett. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. And fuck the Biden administration. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.